Corps, you'll earn a stipend and education award while helping people. Plus, you'll gain professional skills and make connections to help you build your career. If you're ready to start a career you can be proud of, visit serve.nebraska.gov/service to find a program for you. Paid for by Serve Nebraska, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is your captain. We are going to be experiencing some slight turbulence. Please fasten your... Oh, hold on. Just got a video of my cat.
Imagine the pilot of an airplane was as confident as you are texting and driving. Seems kind of crazy when you put it like that.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
If you came across someone struggling with hunger, how would you recognize them? By their clothes, their age, the way they speak? Would you notice a 16-year-old boy who got his first job?
Not for extra spending money, but to help feed his little sisters?
Or a mother who's in between jobs and sometimes goes to bed hungry so her kids can have dinner? Or a 14-year-old girl who signs up to every after-school activity, not to make friends, but just to get something to eat? Or a retiree who fell ill and had to choose
between getting medicine or groceries.
I am the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger. People you pass by every day but never knew were hungry. I am hunger in America.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America, 200 Food Banks Strong, and the Ad Council.
Hey, you got any gum?
Yeah, check my backpack.
What's this?
Oh, that's naloxone. It can reverse an opioid overdose. I decided to always keep it on me after my friend almost died. It saved his life.
I'm so sorry. That makes me want to have it with me too.
You totally should. Check the pharmacy. It was actually really easy to get, and it's easy to use.
I definitely will. Thanks.
Paid for by the CDC. Sponsored by Nebraska DHHS. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Welcome into Fitness Fanatics on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Now here are your hosts, Jeff and Nicole Essig.
All right. Can you hear me, Harrison? We're good?
Yeah, audio sounds good.
All right. Well, obviously we're not in studio today. We are in enemy territory in Des Moines, Iowa right now. Now, fortunately, that our hosts that has had us for the weekend, they are not Iowa fans. So it's perfectly acceptable to stay here. Because we do have some standards on places that we stay when we come. So
where are you guys? You guys look like you're in a rusty metal building right now.
We are. Yeah, we're in a basement. We're in there. It's like a basement bar.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we got darts. We got a bar behind us. I mean, this is living here. We have some really awesome hosts. So
yes. Yeah.
It was really good. Had a lot of fun. So we're here in Des Moines because we did another half marathon yesterday. It's called the Dam to Des Moines. This is my 7th time doing it. You're like 8 or 9.
10. I don't know. I've done it a lot.
2017 was the last time that we did this. It used to be called Dam to Dam because you would start at the Saylorville Dam and then you run to downtown Des Moines. So you go from one dam to the next. So yeah, we're hurting a little bit this morning.
I'm not. I feel fine.
You feel fine?
From running, I feel fine. Yes, I feel good.
Okay, well, I'm hurting a little bit. So we got to head back to Nebraska here. So we're just going to be kind of getting the show started for this first segment. Coming up at 9:30, we're going to be replaying one of our favorite shows with Dave Kovar, who's a motivational speaker. He was on with us in December talking some New Year's resolutions. But at Farrell's, we actually have like 4 New Year's resolutions a year. So every time a 10-week challenge starts,
looks like we might have lost you guys a little bit here. Hopefully they can get their Wi-Fi back working. But Jeff and Nicole, looks like their Wi-Fi went out a little bit here. So hopefully once those guys get back going here, we can get them back on. But again, as I said, they're in Iowa, and they will have their episode from December 6th up and running after this one. So we'll go till about 9:30. And here we go. I think these guys are back now. They were frozen for a little bit. You guys are good now. I can see you moving again.
I mean, this is Iowa internet, you know.
Yeah, you
It's
got
not
you.
as-
What can you do about it, right? You're in enemy
Yeah, I
territory.
mean,
The
it's-
Wi-Fi is not as good. It
I
is what
know,
it is.
Sabotage.
I know it's so our next 10-week challenge starts on July 8th. So we're about now 5 weeks away from the summer challenge. So hopefully, if you missed our episode with Dave Kovar, which is now going on 7 months, you don't want to go anywhere because it was an awesome show and something that we can really listen to once a week is when we need this stuff, because it's easy to get sidetracked and go off the rails a little bit, not eat like you're supposed to, not work out like you're supposed to. So it's always good to have that refresher. So Nicole, how was the dam to Des Moines for you yesterday?
It was really good. So we did the Lincoln half in May, and we stuck with our kind of run walk. We were doing run for 3 minutes, walk for 2 minutes, and we stuck with that pretty well this time. And I ran with some friends. We improved on our time from last year's race, Dam to Des Moines race, and the Lincoln half. So that was good. But
Both of you guys are just Nicole?
Huh?
Both of you guys are just Nicole?
But we both did it, but Jeff doesn't stay with us. He doesn't like to have fun. He just runs by himself.
And I'll tell you what, I came out of the chute just like I got to the 4 mile mark and I was like 10-minute pace. I was feeling good, and then it was really humid and hot.
Yeah.
So I was trying a little different training approach this time of not running at all.
Training since Lincoln.
Yeah. So that was
thinking outside the box. Trying something.
Yes. We trained and we ran, we did an 8-mile run before the Lincoln half, and my legs hurt, and it was just, so I was like, well, I'll just focus on the ferals and the kickboxing and improve my cardio, focus on my nutrition, don't run at all, and see how it goes. Well, it was about the same result for me. My first 4 miles I was about 10-minute pace. And I think my last 4 miles, I was like a 20-minute pace. So yeah.
We ran, walked, and we had fun. We had a shot of Fireball at mile 8.
And we might have lost them again for a little bit there. Again, we're just going to have to kind of fight with this as it is. Keep in mind they are in Iowa. You can imagine that Iowa Wi-Fi just isn't quite as good as Nebraska. And here we go. They're back again. You guys are freezing out for about 10 seconds at a time here. I never have to cover for a good 20 minutes or 30 seconds.
So no, I was just saying we had a lot of fun. And Jeff was suffering, and he was only a mile ahead of us the whole time. So he didn't really finish that much.
I was ahead. I finished about 15. I was like 2:56, and you were like
17.
Yeah, so 20 minutes faster.
That's pretty good.
I just wanted to get done. I mean, it
was hot, and half of it is on just on the highway, so it's wide open, not a lot of shade for that first half of the race. So it was hot. It was a hot race for sure.
Is it a pretty route? At least, is it entertaining route to kind of go on for a run, or is there not much to look at?
Not really.
I'll tell you,
it's fun for us because I had friends with me, so we make it fun.
And the views were better running here. You had the Des Moines River downtown, so the scenery was better than the Lincoln half. Maybe that's just because we're in Lincoln. We drive around every day, so it's
True.
Oh, well, there's Union College. There's Highway 2, so we're just used to it. But so the scenery was really cool. The dam was cool. The Saylorville Lake was cool. But I can tell you the fan support and the spectator support is way better at the Lincoln half.
Yeah, it's the best, I think.
Yeah, there's just not a moment on the Lincoln half where there's not people out in their yards, where you're not seeing people. Even when you're out on the Highway 2 trail, there's people everywhere. And here, a lot of it, you're just running on a highway.
Mm-hmm.
So you're you look ahead and you see a mile down the road, and there's just all people, runners, but there's nobody on the side cheering you on or anything like that.
Cornfields, lots of
cornfields and stuff for a lot of it.
We've done it a lot though. It's a fun race.
But it's cool because you get bussed out to the start. So you get downtown Des Moines. We were down there probably like 5:15, and then the race didn't start till 7. But you're like a 30-minute bus ride out. So you get out of the bus and you look and you can barely see downtown Des Moines. You're like, well, that's where we're.
Okay.
So, but it's like I said, I haven't done it. 2017 was the last time I did the race. And so what we have coming up, we're going to be doing the Good Life Half C, but we're actually going to be competing against each other. Like we're going to train.
I'm going to train.
I'm going to train too.
Uh-huh.
So
But
we
you guys are
we're
competing
gonna,
against each other. Jeff and Nicole are going. Okay.
Yeah.
like these last 2 halves, we're just kind of, we'll get through it, you know. But we want to train and see who can beat who, and we'll probably have some fundraising competition. Like kind of what my plan is to do something for Thanksgiving meals, like so raise money between the gyms. Maybe our listeners, they can go in and put down like, oh, I'm going to donate $10, and I think Nicole will beat Jeff in this. You know, so we could see which one of us can raise the most money, and then we'll see what happens in November.
Yeah.
So
we do have a team too. If you want to join our team for the Good Life Halfsy, Mark created it. And I think it's 93.7 the ticket / Fitness Fanatics. So if you want to, you don't really get anything for joining the team, but if you want to race with us, anybody can register under that too. So
Mark, he'll probably beat both of us, I'm assuming.
I don't know. We'll see. I PR'd the Halfsy in 2019.
2020.
Whatever.
Yeah. No, it's 20 because we were wearing masks before we started.
Okay.
I'd be leaning on Mark, I think. I think Mark's kind of like entering the prime.
I know.
Of his career. He's just insane.
The thing with Mark is he is getting his final year picture taking in like
2 weeks.
Well, on the 15th of this month. So he's about 11 days away.
Yeah, from being done with his challenge.
Yes. So you saw he posted on Twitter, like, you know, what would somebody eat to celebrate this year long? So people are commenting on what they would eat. And like
so
Nick
it'll be
says,
a good one for him to keep him on track.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, you know, he still has to stay in.
You know, and Mark, you know, he's not going to stop. He's totally committed to this new workout lifestyle. And I always wonder, because he's getting up there and like, to where I don't know what else he's got left in terms of where he wants to get body wise, other than bigger. I wonder if he might just go bodybuilding route if we just see Mark coming in here. But he's been just out of control. And then shout out to FXB for being that original foundation for him to get going. But yeah, like you said, it did well. And you guys always talk about wanting to change the mentality. Mark is a prime example, because when this is all said and done, he's not quitting working out. He's going to find some new form or probably continue at FXB, and who knows what else he adds on top of it.
Yep, we're gonna be excited to see how it goes.
Yep. The bad thing is he has to wait 7 months to find out if he won or not.
Yeah.
It's a 7-month wait after it's all said and done.
January 2024.
Is that just because they got tons of names they got to go through and it takes a lot of time evaluating? Or?
No, it's because everyone who started the national challenge last year has to finish their whole year.
Okay.
So he's competing against everyone who started their challenge in 2022.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So like December of 2023, that'll be when the last group of finishers are done.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not just a Nebraska thing, or it's all 62 locations all over the country that'll have people submitted. And the Lincoln locations, we've had one $10,000 winner. National Challenge winner. And that was back in 2014, I believe. So going on 9 years, it's kind of been dominated by the Minnesota gyms. They've kind of had the last few winners. And we've had some of those winners on. We've had Callie on, who was the female winner of 2023. Last year, a year ago today, we actually had Peter on, who won the 2022 National Challenge. And he was kind of the spark inspiration for Mark to do the annual challenge, because we're in but now week 9, so it was just a couple weeks away from Mark being done with the 10-week challenge, and he was trying to figure out, what does he want to do to continue. And I think listening to Peter's story of the year-long challenge kind of made Mark think like, yeah, I want to see what I can do and go all in for this year. So but we're winding down for him. So next Thursday, he's doing all of his final testing and picture. And so we'll see how it turns out, but we're pretty excited about it. So it'll be good. And I'm sure we'll have some, testimonials from him, and he has to make a video to submit for his final entry and write an essay and that type of thing about his year journey and how it's helped change his life and stuff. So, but yeah, that's coming up here next week. So, one other thing we said we're going to talk about this from now until it happens is the Husker Road Race is now, we're 6 weeks away. July 16th is the date. It is $35 for the 5K, $25 for the Kids Mile Fun Run. We have a team out there, Fitness Fanatics team. I believe we are up to 20 runners so far that have signed up to do that. Nicole and Dr. Adam have been working on a 5-week training plan. So everybody that joins, we're going to get them on our private Facebook page that we have for the Husker Road Race, that she'll be posting that training plan. So if you do ferals, if you don't do ferals, if you've never done a 5K, this will kind of help ease you into it. But again, if you're a Husker fan, this is a must attend event. So last year was really awesome. You got all the football players are out there. Nicole took a selfie with Coach Hoiberg. So it was really cool. Basketball team was out there. So we're looking forward to it. Something new for this year, which I don't think they've ever done, is we're going to be starting inside Memorial Stadium and finishing inside Memorial Stadium. So it's pretty cool when you run into the stadium out onto the field, finishing a race. It's a really cool experience. So we've done it a couple times with the Lincoln Half. I'm going to feel a lot better though finishing up a 5K versus a half marathon.
Yeah.
And then real quick from the text line, we did have Mark chime in, and he, referring earlier to the halvesy, he says, I'm going to eat so much junk food between now and the halvesy. So for Mark himself,
Mark's carb loading. He's carb loading.
Yeah.
He's going to take 3 months to carb load.
But yeah, so with our training plan that we've created, if you're not a Ferals member and you're not a runner, my thing keeps going to sleep. It's a 3-day-a-week running plan, and we're going to be partnering with Dr. Adam from Spine and Sport Chiropractic to come up with a weekly strength training workout that you can do from home to help support your training for the 5K. And we will have some stretching involved in there too, some active recovery. And the plan is very beginner friendly. It's super beginner friendly. It's a run walk kind of training regimen. And you can obviously run more if you want, but it's designed for people who have never done a 5K before, or nervous about it, or haven't ran in a long time. So, our listeners want to get in on that. They'll want to sign up for the race under our team, Fitness Fanatics, and we will we'll be posting it on our closed Facebook group, but we'll also send emails too if we have people that don't have Facebook. So you can always reach out to us too if anybody has any questions.
That's awesome that you guys are partnering with Spine and Sports too, because especially if you're kind of getting back into that workout lifestyle, there's going to be a lot of hurt going on.
Yeah.
And that on your side to kind of know like what's, this hurt is normal and this hurts. You might want to stretch something new, try this. That's kind of big. Cause I know like especially when you're first getting into running, it could be something as small as shin splints, but that'll just ruin your entire day if you're trying to run on shin splints.
We tend with running, we always tend to do too much too soon. So we're trying to it's going to be tiered. You start 1 day a week, it's a timed run where you just run for time. And then 2 days a week, you're running for distance. The distance increases week to week. So like I said, super beginner friendly. You will be ready to do the 5K if you're walking it, running it, walking it.
And it looks like we lost them again for a little bit here.
Okay.
No, and they're back.
see
Just
you.
about
Okay.
5-second average is about what we lose you guys
Yeah.
for. So.
Um,
Anyway, you were saying about you were just leaving off with the training and how you're getting ready for that upcoming run.
Yeah, super beginner friendly. You'll be ready to complete that race, whatever that looks like for you, if you follow that training plan that we'll kind of be publishing here pretty soon. But yeah, I just want to encourage everybody to sign up. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. And you can just walk the whole thing. You can do the training plan to walk the whole thing if you want to.
Yeah. And there'll be people that walk the whole thing too.
Oh yeah.
So
yep.
It's just going to be a fun morning. Going to be celebrating my 45th birthday, which is on July 15th. And I'm pretty sure when I registered, I move up an age group. So I'm going to be competing with the 45 to 49-year-olds now instead of the 40 to 44.
So you'll be the young guy in the group.
I'll be the young guy in the group. Yes. So hopefully I can, finish up there in the top, 90% or something.
Do you feel
like
added
that.
pressure to that now that you're the young guy and you're the guy that's supposed to be performing better?
Well, yesterday when I was running this half marathon, I can't tell you the amount of people that passed me that were probably in their 70s.
Yeah.
Just trucking right along. There's this cute elderly couple that when we were waiting in line to use the Kaibos before the run, they were standing there together. They were probably in their 70s. And I really wanted to ask them, like, how many of these have you done? It's so cool. So I'm hopefully when Nicole and I are that age, we're going to be out, doing some runs together and maybe inspiring some younger folks like us.
Maybe.
Before we go, gosh, I really wish that we were in studio today because I saw there's a new show that's debuting after ours.
Yep.
With Ramel Lloyd Jr. and his dad, Ramel Lloyd Sr., that they're going to be in right after our show. So from 11 to 12 today is their debut. I saw DP in there kind of roaming around in the back during Pete's show. So he looks like he's in studio already today. So I'm kind of sad that we missed him, but we'll be back in live tomorrow. But one thing before we go, and then we're going to head back to Nebraska. The Fitness Fanatics is sponsored by Integrative Life Choices. ILC is hiring direct support professionals all over the state of Nebraska, full-time, part-time, days, evenings, weekends. People can apply at ilc.net/careers. Direct support professionals work to ensure a meaningful life for those people they support. They work to support people in achieving their hopes and dreams. So big shout out to
Hopefully we can get them back here before we get out of here. They just froze up again. But nonetheless, like you said, we're getting a ton of new shows added to the ticket. Some that we can't spoil for you guys, but we did have a pre-recorded show this morning. And like we said, we're going to have Ramel Lloyd and Ramel Lloyd Sr. both in here come 11 to 12. And now, Jeff, I'll let you close it out. We lost you again just for a little bit there, but we got you back.
I was just going to say Becky, who one of the big wigs there at ILC is actually with us. She's upstairs. The group we were with, they were wanting to know if they could roam around behind us and have their big moment, on YouTube and stuff. But we said, no, everybody needs to stay upstairs for this one.
Are they all using the Wi-Fi? Is that what's going on?
Maybe everybody's on their phones. No, they are listening upstairs.
They're listening to it though.
Okay.
But anyway, so don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to be joined by Dave Kovar, awesome motivational speaker. So if you want to get pumped up today, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. And we will be back in studio next Sunday with the Fitness Fanatics.
Yep. Thanks for holding down the fort, Harrison.
Yes, thank you. Take care, everyone.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, listen up. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. Plus, they're hiring service plumbers. If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Smoked meats, amazing sides. The only problem when they fix you a plate is that at some point, that plate will be empty. But hear me out. What if that plate was never empty? That dream can be your reality with the Mary Ellen's Express Lunch Buffet. From 11 to 2 every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday. Tell you a long lunch and get down there. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul at 29th and Pine Lake. Let them fix you a plate.
Y'all feeling lucky? Luke Combs here, and I have an exclusive opportunity for you to win $500,000 by joining me in the Living Lucky with Luke Combs lottery experience. When it rains, it pours for lucky fans and lottery players who enter to win a chance of a lifetime. Join me in Nashville for a private concert at the iconic Ryman Auditorium in 2024. One lucky winner will have the chance to walk away with $500,000 at the end of the show.
Details at nelottery.com. Living Lucky with Luke Combs ticket top prize odds 1 in 128,000.
Spring is here and it's time to wake up Judson. Judson Irrigation is eager and ready to get your sprinkler system up and running for the season. Judson's technicians will check for winter damage, adjust your sprinkler head,